This meeting is being recorded.
In our today's class, we are going to study that is what non-metals. Yes or no? So non-metals means which are completely opposite to the metals, and what are the properties shown by the metals is always not shown by the non-metals. So that is what we studied, the definition of non-metals. Anybody can tell me? So metals are malleable. Yes, metals are malleable in nature, but non-metals are neither malleable nor and does not conduct electricity. Yes, guys. So that is what we studied. So they are not malleable, they are not ductile, and does not conduct what? Does not conduct electricity. So this is all we studied in the last class. So what is the examples of non-metals? I already told you. Non-metals are present in all the states of matters. So what is that? All the states of matter we already discussed, guys. So they will be present in solid state, they will be present in liquid state, they will be present in gaseous state. So can anybody tell me what is the one and only liquid non-metal? One and only
Bromine.
Yes, please. Nobody? Harish?
Bromine, sir.
Bromine. Understand, Akilan? So the only one and only non-metal is bromine. And if we'll take gaseous non-metals, can you tell me examples?
Hydrogen, chlorine,
Hydrogen, oxygen,
hydrogen,
understanding, chlorine, and etc. Solids, sulfur,
carbon, sulfur, and phosphorus.
yes, phosphorus, and carbon, understanding, etc. So that is what. But metals are existed what? Metals only exist in two states. That is also all the metals are in which state? Only which state all the metals are? All the metals are in which state? Solid state. One and only non-metal which is in liquids
Mercury.
is mercury. Yes or no? So that is what you have to remember it. Now, if we'll take these non-metals, but non-metals are existed in all the states, that is what? Solid state, liquid state, and as well as which state? Gaseous state. Yes or no? That is what. So all the examples also we studied in the last class. Now we are going to study properties of non-metals. So please all of you keep heading properties of non-metals. Here also some extensions will be there. Understand, Hari? Properties of non-metals. That is what. So what is the first property? Anybody can guess? What is the first property?
Not malleable, sir.
Yeah, non-metals are not malleable. Non-metals are not malleable. So instead of malleable, they are what in nature? Anybody? They are what in nature?
Brittle, sir.
They are in? They are what in nature? Brittle in nature. That is what right. Non-metals are brittle. Non-metals are what, Akilan? Non-metals are brittle. What do you mean by brittle, Mr. Reddy? What do you mean by brittle? Which can break easily. Understand, Mitakshri? Is it yes or no? Which can break easily.
Yes, sir.
It's called as non-metals. So that is what you have to remember it. So whatever it is, metals are, yeah, please. Somebody is asking something.
Sir, brittle again.
Yeah, brittle means in a sense of which can break easily. That is what we used to call it as brittle. Purima?
Sir?
Yeah, Umar. Which can break easily. For example, do you know chalk piece? Do you know chalk piece? Chalk piece, you can break it easily or not? Can you break the chalk piece easily?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is what. So non-metals are like that only. So we can break them easily. They are not hard enough. we can break them very easily. That is what it is. Sariya?
Sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
That is what. So write it, everybody. So what is the first property, guys? Properties of non-metals. First property, non-metals are not malleable. What do you mean by malleable? Anybody can tell? Johan, is it possible to make it into thin sheets? Mitaksri, also no response. Is it possible to make it into thin sheets? That is what my question.
No, sir.
No, that is what. So non-metals means non-metals cannot be beaten into thin sheets with a hammer, right? Explanation. Non-metals, but basically very few only solids. So that is only gases. Anyhow, we cannot hit. Yes or no? Is it possible to hit the gases with a hammer? Anybody? No.
No, sir.
So that is what. So non-metals cannot
Sir.
be beaten into thin sheets. Into thin sheet with a hammer. With the what? With the hammer. Understand? So if you'll try to hit, what will happen? If you'll try to hit, what will happen? That is what my question. If you'll try to hit, what will happen? They'll break into small
break.
pieces and hammered. Understanding? They'll break into small pieces. Small pieces when hammered. Is it okay? Understand, Ra? Nobody will say. That is what. So example, can you give the example? Can you give the example of non-metal which will break like that? I want it. Kaushik Ram, Mr. Kaushik. Example.
Sir.
Yeah. Example only have to take solids only. No gaseous and liquid non-metals. Solid metal, solid non-metals. What is solid non-metal I said? More popular solid non-metals. Sulfur and
Sulfur, phosphorus, and
understanding?
carbon.
Sulfur and phosphorus. What is the symbol of sulfur? Symbol of sulfur. Symbol of sulfur is S. Understand? Symbol of phosphorus is P. So do you understand, everybody?
Sir.
Please respond.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, that is
Yes,
what.
sir.
So examples, sulfur and phosphorus are solid non-metals which are not malleable and they can be beaten into. They cannot be beaten into thin sheets with a hammer. So that is why, is it possible to get the thin sheets with them? Is it possible to get the thin sheets with them? No. That is what you have to remember. So what is the nature? They are brittle in nature. What is the nature? Non-metals are brittle. So
Brittle.
sulfur and phosphorus are brittle in nature. Brittle in nature. Because they are the solid what? They are the solid non-metals. Okay, guys. So what is the first characteristics of a non-metals? Brittleness is a characteristics property of solid non-metals. What is that? First one, everybody. Brittleness is a characteristic property of which metals? Solid non-metals or liquid non-metals?
Solid non-metals.
Solid non-metals. Please write it. Are you clear, everybody? Any doubt? Ask. Any doubt, guys?
No,
So what are the
sir.
exemptions, sir?
Sai?
So what are the exemptions?
Exemptions, nothing. No non-metal. Exemption is there. Some
Sir,
cases
what
exception
about
is there.
diamond,
Some
sir?
cases, diamond is not. We cannot. It is also will break. Broke into pieces. Understand? It will hit hardly. It won't be. See, diamond is very hard, Hari, but doesn't mean that it can form the sheets. Understand, Hari? Understand, Ra?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we cannot form the sheets, Hari, but it is very hard substance. That is what some another properties it will come examples. Okay, wa? Exemptions. Understand, Hari?
Okay, sir.
That is what. So everyone, so make it. Any doubt in this? Please let me know. Are you clear, everyone? First property. Yes, please respond, guys.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, please. That is what. First
Sir, the
property.
first property of non-metal is non-metals are not malleable and non-metals are brittle.
Non-metals are not malleable means they are brittle in nature. That is why it is the important property of solid non-metals. Are you understand, everybody? Which property? Solid non-metals. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is what you have to remember. Please write it. What is the second property next? Guess. What is second property? You all knows that already. Second property. So they are not malleable. Is it they are ductile in nature? Is it they are ductile in nature?
No, sir.
No, that is the second property. Right. Non-metals are not ductile. Write it, everybody. Non-metals are non-metals are non-metals are not what? Not
Ductile.
ductile. What do you mean by ductile? Anybody can tell me? What do you mean by
On
ductile?
hammering, converting into thin wires, sir.
Yes. So is it possible to convert into thin words, Mitakshri? Is it possible to convert into thin sheets, by stretching? So it cannot
No,
be
sir.
drawn into thin wires. Understanding? So we cannot. That is what non-metals cannot be drawn into thin wires. Write it. Non-metals cannot be drawn, or drawn also I can say another word. What is that? Stretched. Understand? Stretched into thin wires. Understand, Johan? Harini, respond. That is what it is. Okay? So, for example, what is the examples, Mr. Gokul? Examples again. What is that? Sulfur and phosphorus only. Is it okay? Phosphorus, sulfur and phosphorus are non-metals. They are not ductile. Or solid non-metals, they are not ductile. They are not ductile. Is it okay, Hari? Are you clear?
Sir, we can include carbon also, sir.
Yes, right. Yes, Ra.
We can include carbon also, sir.
Carbon also we can include, but like there sodium and potassium will come, here sulfur and phosphorus will come, most of the cases. Understand, Hari?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is what. So that is what. So from these two properties, we can make common statement. Can anybody make the common statement? Let me know who will say. Non-metals are neither malleable nor ductile. They are brittle. That's all. Can I make it or not? Non-metals are neither malleable nor ductile. That is what. So you can write non-metals are neither malleable nor ductile. What they are, guys? What they are? They are
Brittle.
they are brittle. This is the second property. So please all of you write second property. Now onwards excuse will come. Understand, Hari? Exemption will come. Exception. Write it, everybody. Second property I have written. Gokul Krishna, Arun Kailash.
Yes, sir.
Write it fastly. 1 minute time. Make it fast. Once completed, let me know. We'll start. Mitakshri, I understand. Third property.
Yes, sir. Can we start?
Yeah. So third property, can you guess it? Anybody? What is the third property? What is the third property? Like metals only, guys. What is the third property? Metals are
Sir,
bad.
non-metals are bad
Yeah,
conductors
that
of
is what.
electricity.
Non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Right. But exception will be coming here. Non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Bad conductors of heat and electricity. Okay, but some exception for heat, some exception for electricity. I'll say you that. Okay, so observe very carefully. So non-metals will allow heat and electricity or not? They will never allow. They do not allow heat and electricity to pass through them. Non-metals do not allow. And Mitakshri, Harini, do not allow heat and electricity to pass through them. Is it okay, guys? Yes, please respond. Pass through them. Is it okay, all of you? To pass through them, they will never allow it. For example, what is the examples? Examples. Again, same thing. What is the examples? Anybody?
Sulfur and phosphorus.
What examples? Omar?
Sir,
Gopal?
phosphorus will never come, sir.
Again, sulfur only. Understanding? Sulfur.
Phosphorus is heat
Because
conductor.
no, it is not good conductor. Understand? Phosphorus is not a good conductor. Example is phosphorus only. The understanding sulfur and phosphorus are non-metal.
But when, excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, if we put phosphorus in outside, red phosphorus outside, it will catch fire, right, sir?
You catch fire. That is reactivity. It is not that conduct heat. Conducting heat is different, and conducting electricity is different, and catching fire is different. Purima? Understand?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, catching fire and conducting electricity or heat is not same. That is, please remember that.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is what. Please all of you write. That is what. So sulfur and phosphorus are non-metals which are not conducting heat and electricity. Understand? Mitakshri. Now, some exceptions are there. What is that exceptions? Anybody can guess? Exceptions. Exceptions. First thing, diamond. What is the first one? Diamond. Do you understand it? So diamond is not a good conductor of electricity, but it is a good conductor of heat. Understanding? Diamond is a non-metal which is a good conductor of heat. It is what? Diamond is also made up of what? It is a made
Carbon.
of what? Also made of what, guys? Diamond.
Carbon.
Answer. Diamond is made up of what? Carbon only.
Carbon.
They are allotropes of carbon. Do you remember or not, Hari? Reddy? What happened to Reddy? Not all.
Carbon.
Yeah. So diamond is a non-metal, but which is a good conductor of heat. Good conductor of heat only, not electricity. Okay. Next, another form of carbon. Anybody can tell what is another form of carbon? Mitakshri? Another form of carbon. Allotropy of carbon.
Diamond, sir.
Yeah, diamond already over. Allotrope of carbon is
Graphite.
so extremely good conductor of electricity. Good conductor of what?
Electricity.
Electricity. So this is the exemption. But diamond is not a good conductor of electricity. Diamond is a good conductor of what? Diamond is a good conductor of what? Only heat. Understand it? Diamond is a good conductor of heat. And graphite is a good conductor of electricity. That is why you can see. Do you all know the dry cells? Anybody? How many of you know dry cells? Do you all know dry cells? Please respond.
It's a battery.
You all know dry cells? Batteries are normally small batteries like that. So inside you might be having some kind of carbon rod. Have you heard everybody? Carbon rod will be present inside. A black color rod. Black rod. Yes, please. Mitakshri, Johan, Gokul, that is what? So this black rod is actually graphite rod. What we used to call? Graphite rod. Understanding? Because it is a good conductor of what? Good conductor of what? Good conductor
Electricity.
electricity. And also remember, in electrolysis process, electrolysis means by passing the current. Understanding? So we will split the compounds into individual substances. That is what we can call as electrolysis. So to take the current into the chemical substance and bring the current out to the chemical substance, we will add to solid substances. So that solid substances is called as both. We used to call it as electrodes. What we used to call? Everybody? What we used to call?
Electrode.
Electrode.
Electrodes also we can use which electrodes? Graphite. Understanding everybody? So to conduct the electricity in electrolysis process, we can use, okay. So being a good conductor of electricity, graphite is used for making electrodes. Understanding? So this is also called as, this black rod also what we used to call? Electrode only. Understand, Hari? Everybody? So that is what important. So this is the exemption you have to remember. So basically, all the non-metals are what? They are the bad conductors of heat and electricity. But exemption what? Allotropes of carbon, that is what? Diamond. Diamond is a good conductor of heat, and graphite is a good conductor of what? Graphite is a good conductor of electricity. That is why graphite we can use it as a what? Ready? Not responding. Graphite we can use it as a what? We can use it as a electrode. Understanding? In dry cells and all. Now I will show you dry cell. You can see inside. Have you seen this dry cell, everybody? Inside, can you able to see the black rod? Can you able to see the black rod inside? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Black rod only we used to call it as graphite rod. Understanding? Or we can say electrode. Okay. So this electrode is made up of what? Graphite. Understanding? Because it is a very good conductor of what? Very good conductor of everybody? Electricity. Understanding all of you? So graphite and diamond are allotropes of what? Allotropes of carbon. Please remember. So that is what? Diamond and graphite. Is it okay? Omar, Akilan,
Sir,
Hari. Hari.
what about fullerene, sir?
The fullerenes are there, but fullerenes are semiconductors. Sorry, sometimes you'll conduct, sometimes you cannot conduct. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, sir. Sir, they will conduct both heat and electricity sometimes, sir.
Actually, they are like, sometimes they will be behaves like insulators. Sometimes they'll behave like a good conductors. Okay, Hari.
Okay, sir.
Write it, everyone. Have you understand, everyone? Mitashri, Harini,
Yes, sir.
response. Write it. Exemptions. You have to learn the exemptions, all of you. Once it is completed, you can tell me. Draw the battery also. And electrolysis also you can.
Recording has stopped. This meeting is being recorded.
Yes, can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please write it fast. If it is once completed, let me know. Everything neatly how to write it. So graphite is a good conductor. So we can use it as a what? We can use it as a electrode. Understanding to conduct electricity. That is what you have to write it. So who is the one and only non-metal which is a good conductor of heat? Anybody answer? Which is
Diamond.
yes, please. Akilan,
So diamond, sir.
metal. It is a good conductor of heat.
Diamond.
Diamond. Very good. That is what. Yes, please.
Sir, can you move the picture down?
Yeah, picture. This process is called as electrolysis. Mithakshri, if you want, I will write. Everybody hurry, everyone write. Electrolysis means, I will say the definition. You will study in class 10. Okay. By passing the electricity, by passing
Sir,
the,
we already studied this in 8th standard, sir.
yeah, same thing. Electricity. Okay. Splitting the compounds or formation of ions, by passing the electricity is called as electrolysis. Is it okay, va? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, finished, sir.
Okay. Yes, next. Next property. Can you guess the next property, everybody? Next property. Non-metals are
Next.
not lustrous.
Not lustrous.
Yeah,
Lustrous.
are not lustrous. Write it. Fourth property. Non-metals are not lustrous. So they are in what? Means in the sense of not to mean by lustrous. L-U-S, Hari, L-U-S, T-R-O-U-S.
The metallic luster means the property of metal having a shining
Shining
surface is called
surfaces. So
metallic.
they are not in shining. So means in the sense of they are in what appearance? Dull in appearance. Okay, they are dull in appearance. Dull in appearance.
Sir, for exception, diamond can come, sir.
No.
Exception.
Diamond is also won't come. That is also diamond is only shining only by falling the light. Without light, understand? Without light, it has to shine. That is. Okay. I will say extension. Okay. Can I start now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you can see. So, if you notice it, non-metals do not have luster. Means in the sense of what? They do not have shining surface. That is what you have to write. Okay. Non-metals do not have shiny surface. Do not have shiny surface, or we can say shining also. If you want, you can write it. Shining surface. So they always appearance as what appearance? They appear in dull. Okay, or dull in appearance. That is what you have to write it. So the solid non-metals have dull appearance. Again, example. What is the example? Yes, please, girls, boys, anybody? Again, example. Again, example is what?
Sulfur and phosphorus.
Sulfur and phosphorus only. So examples of non-metals which are no luster, they are having no shining surface. That is what you have to remember. So these both are appears to be in what? Examples only. Both are appears in how? Appears dull in nature. That is what you have to remember. Now, again here also some exception. Anybody can guess what is the exception? Exception. Except one thing. Anybody can guess? You cannot guess it. I will say. So the one and only non-metal which is shining in nature, that is lustrous in nature, is iodine. What is that? Iodine. Understand? So iodine is a non-metal having lustrous appearance. Iodine. Iodine, symbol is I. Please remember. Iodine, I-O-D-I-N-E. Iodine is a non-metal. Iodine is a non-metal. I-O-D-I-N-E. Iodine is a non-metal